Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gentleman's Hour. It's myself and Mr. Kerr again, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the Access bars because we have, drum roll, something very exciting starting in a matter of hours at this point, and that is the Global Bars class with Brendan Watt. Very exciting. They're over in Mexico, and it's a bit of a party of possibilities. There's the bars class, there's the Global Foundation, there's Dane's doing a Taste of Being, there's a facelift class that Shannon and Grace are doing, and then Dane's doing a COP all over there in Mexico as well. So lots to get involved in. And if you're listening to this and you're like, I want in on the party, just head off to accessconsciousness.com and you'll find all the information there. But my friend Mark, you just had your bars run. Tell us about it.
I did. Bars are something which I think it's funny. I was only talking to another friend just the other day. I think it's been about 5 years since the first time I actually got my bars run. But and what's changed in that time? But just had a bars session then. I haven't had one for quite a while now. It seems like, but it was one of those things where I was at that stage where I was super tired and not cranky, but I just knew that by having my bars run would just create a lot more ease in my life. And if you've never had your bars run before, other than do yourself a favour and get it done, I fell asleep nearly instantly tonight, and I knew it, and I've woken up a little bit sort of, what's happening? But had a quick shower and, I don't know, did that to my hair and look out, we're away. But, yeah, bars, I mean, how it's changed my life, well, look, bars anyway, if you had to give a little description, I know different times I've worked at expos and we've done bars there. We've said it's like deleting the junk files in your computer. So getting rid of all the limitations, I suppose, not negative thoughts in general, but you spend so much time concentrating on just crap and junk which doesn't actually contribute to your life and make it greater, that when you get your bars running, it's like deleting the junk files on the computer. The system's running better, and you can actually put some energy towards creating the things which, what I say is going to create greater for you and is more fun and brings you more ease. And how's it get any better than that?
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, the bars are, it's funny because, like, I don't know about for you, but the first time that I had my bars run, I remember like just this, it was kind of like this very strange thing of like not really like having very many thoughts in my head anymore, and I felt super relaxed, and I was like, well, I don't know what this is, but I really like it. And I'd done a lot of like meditation and like all of these things to try and deal with all of these like thoughts, feelings, emotions, and stress and all that stuff. And this was like instantaneous kind of like relaxation. And it's not always like that, having your bars run, but my first time was definitely a very nice introduction.
I mean, it's funny you say that because some people do have, I'm almost going to say like this major life shifting experience just from one session. And I know myself, I was like, yeah, this is cool. It's relaxing a bit. But it took quite a few sessions for me to actually get it.
Yeah.
And whether or not I got it yet, because it's forever changing as well. But to actually acknowledge that this is creating more for me and bringing me more ease. That's a big thing which I always ask for. I mean, a lot of times I've never been a person to get headaches, but sometimes you just get like a tension sort of tightness and you're like, what's this all about? And you can't explain it, but I just know then that maybe I should have had my bars run about 4 days ago, and then everything's a lot better from then. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
the same, actually. I think it was probably about like 10 sessions in before I actually felt the bars like running on the different points. But what I just had noticed was like the different sort of space that was available kind of like straight away. That was really an obvious thing for me. But yeah, it's really interesting too, because I'm also, like, I would say, quite a practical like person. And so for me, this idea that you could like put your fingers on these points on someone's head and something would actually happen or change, I was like, really? Is this really like
What's this snake oil?
exactly. But it's like you do it and you notice something different, and it's like, okay. And what's the worst that could happen if you just gave it a try? Really, it's like it only takes 90 minutes, and it's like you just get to lay down and relax, if nothing else, and have someone gently touch a few points on your head. So it's a great gift.
Totally. I mean, this to me is one of these total things in life where you don't have to work it out. Even though you think, like you said, oh, is this really working? Is this really doing something? And then you find after a couple of sessions where you're still maybe saying that, trying to work it all out, but you're actually really enjoying it, and you're almost settling into, oh my God, yes, thankfully I'm getting my bars run again. Because really, still, I'm not a neurologist, and I've actually seen, and if anyone's interested and is someone who must have more information to be able to compute anything in your life, there is a couple of clips on YouTube where there is a neurologist, I think the word is, who they've done studies on a brain before having bars. And to summarize quickly, at different times with the scans, there's you can see different colors of the activity of what's happening. And so before the session, there was lots of like reds and oranges and those sort of fiery colors like that, which is translated, from what I've been told, into lots of brain activity, like lots of stuff going on in the head tripping and all this. And then after, I think it was a 60 to a 90-minute session, there was a lot more like blues and greens, like those calming colors, where the brain had actually slowed down from all that head tripping and just scatterbrain. And science proved it. They showed it. Yeah. This bloke was blown away. So if anyone, like I said, needs any more information on this stuff, it's all there.
Yeah, and his name is Dr. Fannin, the guy who conducted the study. And there's also one with a lady called Terry Hope, and she did like a bars study where lots of people had their bars run and then, reported on like what changed for them. And it was all done like properly, like a clinical kind of trial, I guess, with the bars. So yeah, there's also information out there on the validity of it, if that's what you require.
Validity. How's that
toe in? Yeah. But if you're like Mark or myself, you probably just went, what's the worst that could happen, and gave it a shot. And
Exactly.
Cool. Yep. So if you're still watching, so Brendan Watt, a good friend of ours and an amazing facilitator, he has a global bars class starting in a few hours, and it's, like I said, followed by a whole different party of possibilities. So get on board if you haven't. All you need is a head at home to practice on, and it's better if you can have someone who can also run your bars, because you'll really want to have your bars run. But yeah, you can join the class if you've got someone at home to trade with. So join in the fun. And I think there's a few pops as well around the country. I know some in Sydney, and I'm sure there's got to be some up in Queensland near you guys. There's probably something going on in Perth and Melbourne. So get amongst it.
Parties of possibilities. Exactly. And then, like you said, the month extravaganza or something, sort of, as a lot of us who would be watching this knows, bars is like your intro, your little toe in the water on what else is possible in life. And then just to quickly summarize after that, if you jump in one of these pops, the next step from that is a global foundation, and that's coming up very soon too. I won't touch too much more on that other than the fact you are coming in at a perfect time, because global foundation, it will be something which will rock your socks and is the perfect step on from getting your bars run. So check that out too.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend. And I hope this contributed to you guys. I'd say go and get your bars run. If you want to find a class or a session, someone to give you a session near you, you can head to accessconsciousness.com/bars and you'll find more information there. And yeah, I'd say just give it a go and see what it creates.
Exactly. And Saul, just to finish on, give us your best post-bars face. After you've had a good bars session for 90 minutes to maybe 2 hours, how's Saul looking?
Probably like, probably look like, how would you describe it? Like
a small hatchling.
It's kind of like very relaxed, but that you've almost as well that you've like been on some like journey or adventure. You're kind of a little bit like bleary-eyed, but also very relaxed. I don't really know how to describe it, but you'll know when you go to a bars class or you have a bars session, just look in the mirror, and we call it. Okay. You know when someone's had their bars run, because they're the ones that are like, looking like this.
Exactly. All right, mate. Thank you very much for tonight.
Yeah, thank you, my friend, and catch you next week. Bye, guys.
See ya.